Hello everyone, welcome to Learn the Strategy with Alfa-PTE.com. The question we'll discuss today is fill in the blanks in listening module. Let's start about discussing what are listening fill in the blanks. So for this item type, you are presented with a transcript of the audio recording. However, some words are missing. Restore the transcript by typing in the missing words. So basically, you listen to an audio and the transcript, the written version, is right there in front of you on the computer screen. The only thing that is missing are a few words. Now your job is to listen to the audio and make a note of those few words and fill in the blanks. Let's discuss the task. A transcript of a recording appears on screen with several gaps. After listening to the recording, type the missing word in each gap. You'll be assessed on your listening as well as your writing skills. That means you will get marks in both listening and writing module from this particular question. The audio length can be for 30 to 60 seconds and it keeps changing. The speed is not fixed. Sometimes it's too slow, sometimes it's too quick, so you need to manage. Listening fill in the blanks is an item type that tests your ability to listen for missing words in a recording and type the words into a transcript. It assesses both listening and writing skills. You will get minimum 2 to maximum 3 questions. You'll get around 15 marks approximately for all the questions, and you will be scored on partial credit, so you'll get marks for each correct word if it's spelled correctly. Make sure you make a note that there is no negative marking, so you don't have any negative marks for writing an incorrect word, but yes, you won't get any marks for writing an incorrect word. So in listening, if you remember, only the first and last question is fixed, that is summarize spoken text and write from dictation. The sequence of the middle is not fixed, so listening fill in the blanks is not fixed, whether it's the third question or fourth question or which one, it's not fixed. Let's see how we can attempt this question. The audio plays automatically and you are only able to listen to the audio recording once. Left click on each gap and type in the missing word. You can also use the tab button on the keyboard to move between gaps. While the audio is playing, you can take notes on the erasable notebook provided and then fill in the gaps. You will have 7 seconds before the audio starts. So if you are planning on writing on the erasable notepad, then make sure you keep your notepad and your marker ready, and always check whether the marker is working or not, because a lot of times the marker, if it doesn't work, you end up panicking and you lose marks in fill in the blanks. So always check beforehand if the marker is working or not. If it's not working, switch it with the other marker and hold that marker high so that an invigilator can come and give you a new one. All right. And if you are trying to write on the erasable notepad first and then transfer your answers later, then always remember to keep your eyes on the computer screen. Don't look down when you're writing on the erasable notepad. Your response for fill in the blanks is judged on your ability to listen for missing words in a recording and type the missing words into a transcription. So you are scored in listening on the basis of the following factors. First, your response and your content. Your content is scored by counting the number of right words and correct spellings. Okay, so not just the right words, the spellings have to be 100% correct. Each correct word spelled scores 1 point. If all blanks are filled with the right word spelled correctly, you receive the maximum score points for this question. So the number of score or number of marks are not fixed because it depends, how many paragraphs are there in each paragraph, how many blanks are there and stuff like that. So there are a lot of things that we have to keep in mind. So we can't decide on one particular score. If one or more blanks are filled incorrectly, partial credit scoring applies. This question type affects scoring of listening and writing. That means partial credit does not mean negative marking. It means, for example, if there are 3 fill in the blanks and 2 are right, so you'll only get 2 marks. You'll not get the third one. So that's partial credit. Let's discuss some important tips to solve this question. Read the transcript before the audio starts. Even if you're not able to read the whole transcript, you will benefit from whatever you are able to read. Like I told you, you will have 7 seconds before the audio starts, so knowing the words around the blanks will alert your mind about what to listen for. Your focus will be on listening for the words you need for the blanks. Keep your cursor in the first blank. Before the audio starts, keep your cursor ready in the first blank and be ready to type as soon as the audio starts. You can always be ready for the first blank, but do not get stuck at the first blank or any other blank for that matter. If you're using the notepad, just start keying, writing on the notepad, and then you can type after the audio finishes. Follow the speaker, guys. Do not stop to think about one particular blank or word. Keep moving with the speaker. Your eye and hand should follow the speaker. If you are typing directly into screen after each blank, quickly place the cursor in the next blank and listen for words before it. Be ready to write in the rough notepad. If your strategy is to first write down in the rough notepad and then transfer the answers, then you should be ready to write in the rough notepad as soon as the audio starts. Typing with a hand is usually slower, so do not attempt to write the whole word. Just write enough letters that later you can recognize what word it is. So like shorthand. Always review in the end. Do not submit your answer without reviewing what you have filled in. In any case, the passage with the correct blanks will make good sense. If for some reason the words that you have filled in do not make sense, you can consider replacing them. But do that only if you know a more suitable word than what you have already filled in. Check for grammar and spelling mistakes. These mistakes can be easily avoided by a quick review in the end. For example, if it's a city's name like London, check whether you have put a capital letter L. Alright, so these are some basic things that you need to check. Have your time management strategy ready. As the PTE listening section has only an overall timer, it's up to you to decide how much time to spend on the listening fill in the blanks question. It will anyway be the time what the audio runs for, plus whatever time you want to spend on the review. Get an understanding of how much time on an average you need for this during your practice sessions. So make sure you always practice it on the portal and see how much time you are taking when you are able to do this particular question perfectly, and do not exceed that time. Try to take as less time as possible, but yes, be ready with your practice. Let's do this
To
example.
begin with, you should be standing on the main floor of the British Library. British Library is...
So you will have 7 seconds before the audio starts. So let's see how we can do it. Let's listen to it and make notes.
To begin with, you should be standing on the main floor of the British Library. British Library is situated in the Euston Road next to some pipe crustacean press, in the foyer to the left of the information desk. It was a large white staircase. Follow this up towards the gallery at the top of the stairs. Pause and look to your left for attention. This is Robert Cotton, born in 1570, and died in 1631. Cotton was a member of Parliament, but he's mainly known as a great antiquarian collector of manuscripts. It is the covenant we have a great depth and the survival of many English manuscripts.
So after manuscripts, you know there's no other blank. You can start transferring your answers even if the audio is not over. As soon as you got the last one, collector, you can transfer your answers directly. Okay, do not wait for the audio to finish, just transfer. So floor, next information, stairs, and collector, and then next. Spellings are very important for listening fill in the blanks, and the listening test tool on alfa-PTE.com's dashboard is one of its kind tool which will help students in improving them. Make sure you practice your spellings well before you take your exam. Thank you so much for watching our video. Follow our Facebook page for regular updates. Join our Telegram group for a free assessment.